With George Zimmerman, is this all bullshit?
Oh man, I don't know. His wife, or future ex-wife, they're estranged.
You can understand having a problem with an ex, right?
Yeah, and for all the shit I went through, at least all the lying and stuff was kept in court. There was no outside of the courtroom drama.
Right.
But I know enough people that have been through divorces where, man, shit gets, twisted around, used for future courtroom hijinks and stuff like that. So I guess he was over at her house, and her father was there. So he comes up, and there was a problem, some kind of problem, and she called 911. And the cops, and of course the news covers it as there's a domestic dispute involving a gun with George Zimmerman. And then when you find out all the facts, the cops never even saw a gun. She was way over dramatic on the 911 call. Oh, Dad, walk away. He could start shooting us. It's like, what? Wait, what?
What?
Yeah, she really...
Is she a little crazy?
She really poured it on.
She a bit psychotic?
I think she's a little crazy.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not fucking sitting here and going to be Mr. Rah-Rah for George Zimmerman's personal life. For the trial, it was one thing. He could be the biggest asshole in the world. I never met him. I don't know. But...
Yeah, because they were going after you on Twitter yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Like, hey, your boy.
Your boy right there. What about your boy, George?
I read a few of them. Hey, your boy.
Hey, look what your boy did. I'm like...
But then I love your supporters are like, well, here they come.
Yeah.
And sure they came.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the guy you were supporting?
Exactly.
Idiots.
Exactly.
They're all idiots.
Oh God!
Oh, look at your boy. Oh, this is the guy. This is the guy you're backing, huh?
Hey, I guess
It's two different things.
It's just
like you just said. He could be the biggest asshole ever. Well, we have no idea.
I don't know.
But you had, a lot of passion behind that case, and you felt like the guy was being done wrong,
right?
For that particular incident.
That case.
Oh,
right. Hey. Yeah, what is he doing? Standing his ground with his wife? So, yeah,
the best one was, what, did she bring Skittles into the house? Right? Anyone? Where's my retweets? This is a good one.
She brings Skittles? Yeah, I read those.
Did you?
I read those.
Really? Maybe a few
times.
Skittles.
In between getting pictures of the guy that made the giant fucking pistol mailbox.
Oh, and the pistol pool and all that shit.
Yeah.
And the pistol barbecue.
Pistol barbecue. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm not there, but the police, and they said he's in custody, which people don't know the difference between you're under arrest and he's in custody. If he's in custody, it means he's being held where he is and being questioned.
So they can figure some shit out.
Yeah, they're telling him, right now, you can't leave until we figure all this out.
Right.
But you're not under arrest.
Right.
So they questioned him and questioned her and the father and his bodyguard who was there, and came to the conclusion that there wasn't any reason to arrest anybody. She decided not to press any charges.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it. And the cops, in a statement, said, we never saw a gun. There was never a gun on him or on scene that we know of. Later on, he said that there was a gun in his vehicle.
Right.
But that he hadn't taken it into the house when he talked with his wife and her father. She claims he punched the father in the nose or something and smashed her iPad. Because she was trying to video with it, I guess, and she said he smashed it.
Right. Which you would do in that circumstance.
Yeah, right.
Like, why the fuck are you filming me?
Yeah. I think she's gearing up for, she's getting some divorce ammo.
Yeah, but he has no money. Where the fuck is she going to find money from?
He could write a book. He could do things like that.
Yeah.
She's just looking for something, some ammo.
Right.
To fuck him over in a divorce case. But, so who knows what both sides are. Like I said, though, he could be the biggest asshole, and, I don't know. But the bottom line is,
Now they're going through
legal.
They're going through a separation. They're heading toward a divorce, but they're still in the same house.
I think he was moving shit out.
Oh, so
what was happening there? Yeah.
Oh,
like
that old gag.
He's got to hit the road.
You get a few in.
Yeah.
As you're carrying a box out of the house.
Oh, yeah. And I'm sure she's like, don't take that.
Right.
And he's like, you fucking... He's coming over, Dad. Come over here so he doesn't do anything. And the father's there, and I'm sure...
There's a recipe for disaster.
Yes, exactly.
But it's not a house of horrors, right?
Not a house of horrors.
But a recipe for disaster?
Recipe for disaster.
All right.
Perfect storm.
Perfect storm.
One of the, any of the other news cliches you can whip up.
Let's do a little 911 action. So this is her calling 911?
Yeah.
911, do you need police, fire, medical?
Your system office, are you police?
Way road. All right, we do have units en route to you, ma'am. Is he still there?
Yes, he is, and he's trying to shut the garage door on me.
Is he inside now?
No, he's in his car, and he continually has his hand on his gun, and he keeps saying, step closer. He's just threatening all of us with his firearm.
With his firearm. See, right there. Right there.
I kind of believe that he's in his car, though. Kind of like,
He's very dangerous in that car.
But he's still, legal.
He stayed in the car this time. But just the fact that she brings up the gun very quickly,
Right.
He's threatening us with his firearm. It's George Zimmerman. Look out.
I always thought he was irresponsible.
Yeah.
I just had to keep my mouth shut during the whole court thing.
She said in a recent statement that they've been married 7 years, and she just doesn't even know who he is.
Oh, really?
Yeah. This is just divorce shit. You can't believe either side when you're talking divorce shit. So who the fuck knows?
I believe he was in his car,
and
I believe he was probably saying exactly this.
Yeah, come on.
Right. But knowing he's still legal there.
Yeah.
He's going to shoot us.
Okay.
He punched my dad in the nose. My dad has a mark on his face. I saw his glasses were on the floor. He accosted my father and then took my iPad out of my hand and smashed it and cut it with a pocket knife.
Cut it with a pocket knife? What?
And so, but they didn't arrest him, right?
No. She didn't press any charges. And I assume if there's evidence of domestic abuse and violence, it doesn't matter if she presses charges or not. They arrest the guy.
Right.
But in this case, I guess she was just like, oh, well, no.
Oh, my God. Dad, get behind a car or something. I don't know if he's going to start shooting at us or not.
Are you guys outside right
See,
now?
that's
What
way...
did she say there?
That's way over the top.
I don't know if he's shooting at us
Get
or not.
behind the car. I don't know if he's going to...
Oh, gonna?
Yeah.
All right.
Start shooting. At that point, the cops are there. They're trying to get him out of the car, I guess. They're talking to him, and they have their guns out because of, her 911 call is saying, hey, he's got a gun. He's threatening with a gun.
Right.
So she's probably hoping the cops just light him up at that point.
Wow.
Are you guys outside right now?
Yes, we are. And the police have their weapons. Dad, get inside the house. George might start shooting at us. I don't know. We're going inside
George
the house.
might start shooting at us.
Okay, go back inside.
Oh, my God.
Are you guys both inside now?
Yes.
Okay, stay in there, okay? Let the police take care of it.
Okay. He's got his hands in the air. He's not touching his weapon.
Okay.
I don't,
She has to bring up, she's bringing up that weapon a lot.
I don't like her.
He didn't have it on him, by the way.
Right. What was in it? Was it in his glove
I guess
box?
it was in the vehicle. Now, whether he had it on him beforehand, I don't fucking know either.
Did people actually used to put their gloves in the
glove box?
In the glove
They're
box.
driving gloves. Put it in the glove box.
In the glove compartment. Can't we just change the name of that shit?
No
one wears gloves.
Yeah.
I don't like her.
No, she...
I mean, this is your thing, really, but I just don't like her.
This is just a bad divorce situation. She brings up the gun much too much. I think she's posturing to have... She knows that this 911 tape will be played in court during some divorce proceeding.
Right.
And the more her lawyer can say, listen to the fear in her voice. She's afraid of that firearm. This man's a monster. And then it just gives you more negotiating power for the settlement.
Right.
When you're like, does he want to go through all this? And then he's got to settle. It's way over the top dramatic for what apparently happened based on what the police said.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
Okay. You guys are safe inside, correct?
Yes.
What is she? Oh, my God.
Now what? The cops are there.
Like everything, the situation is under control. What is she doing?
I don't know.
Shelly, you're doing really good, okay?
Oh,
this is a tough situation for anyone. All right? I'll stay on the line with you, all right? Until our units can speak with you, all right?
Okay.
Oh, and she's fat.
All right, are you okay? You said he did take something out of your hand. Do you need medical as well?
I don't think so. Maybe just shock.
Okay.
Shock.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and get FD to respond, okay?
Okay. Dad, get inside right now.
Make sure he stays inside.
What happened? She stopped crying like in a second?
She's one of those
She's like,
emotional.
Dad, get inside right now.
She's one of those emotional wrecks. Yuck.
Pretty funny. George Zimmerman walked away from that trial with a complete acquittal.
Right.
And no problems. She walks away with a fucking perjury charge or some fucking shit that she's still got to deal with.
Right.
So she's the one that gets fucked. Hey, I have a hard time sympathizing with women's sides of divorce cases. I'm definitely biased on that one, so fuck her in her ass.
So does the media have any responsibility here? Because... And then you got to hear, you're part of the media.
Oh, God, I love that one.
Yeah, but we try to do things a little different here.
Yeah, no one's going to us for fucking, the bottom line.
I hope you understand
news
that.
thing.
We try to do things a little different here.
Yeah.
We don't just blindly go with, the headline.
They went with the headline.
That's why they have no responsibility here, because when I heard this broke, of course, I went to Twitter like anyone else, and they had them all arrested.
Yeah, it's like George Zimmerman arrested. Here's what the news was saying. George Zimmerman arrested, and a gun is involved again.
Right.
Oh, a gun charge. And then Nancy Grace, she was writing, George Zimmerman arrested on a gun charge.
Right.
It's like, well, that's completely wrong. I guess not even supporting the guy or not supporting the guy, just getting the facts right.
You got to at least get the facts right and then throw your 2 cents in.
Holy shit.
Right.
She's just despicable with her new hashtags, trash baby, toilet baby, fucking missing fucking teen mom thing.
Yeah.
She loves a good fucking hashtag.
Bob in L.A. Bob, what do you got? Is it L.A. or Louisiana?
Louisiana. Hey, couple things here. Now, from what the news is, and of course it was CNN, so, take it for what it's worth. But he was at a house that they used to own, and she came over to get her stuff. There was supposed to be a civil standby, which is why he had his pistol there. But anyway, besides that, you guys know about the whole insurance policy thing, the life insurance policy as part of the divorce decree?
Oh, yeah. That's pretty common, though.
Why is that common?
I had one of those.
What is that, Ant?
Well, in my case, I had to take out a $1 million life insurance policy on myself and put her as the beneficiary, my ex-wife there, and put her, so if anything happened to me, she would get $1 million.
Is it over though?
Oh yeah, because it went down. It went down like $100,000 a year,
right,
for 10 years until it was nothing for her. But if that
that's a 10-year policy?
Yeah.
It's not just when you're going through the divorce?
No.
She could have still made money off you after you're officially divorced?
Yeah, if something happened to me 5 years after, she would have made $500,000.
And this is legal?
If that isn't, by the way, an incentive for murder.
Of course.
Like if all of a sudden she's in a jam And she's like, oh, well, I got this. Or she gets some boyfriend that's like, hey, man,
right?
Why don't we fucking kill him? And it's fucking, it's an absolute incentive to kill somebody.
She fucking hates you at that point.
Right.
And, of course, the hate is mutual.
Yes.
Let's acknowledge that.
Yes.
But now there's an incentive because there's money involved.
And, again, not even just her, but what if she does tie up with some guy, and what if the guy doesn't even have to say anything about it? It's like he knows about the insurance, and he doesn't tell her. They don't plot together, but he's like, hey, if I kill this dude, she gets the $1 million, and I get to share in it. Hey, fuck, I'm just going to kill this fucking guy. It's a reason to kill. You're giving someone a motive to kill somebody. Lawyers, they're scumbag fuck dicks.
We should be allowed to pinch heinies still.
Oh, should we ever?
Because it's one-sided. It's one-sided in the whole divorce thing. We all know it. And then, of course, we'll get one woman to call and go, well, actually, I got fucked in the divorce. Okay, but you're in the minority big time.
There's one. Yeah, exactly.
Who put that through the court system?
Yeah.
That you have to get a life insurance policy.
It's amazing to me. And
the beneficiary is the person you fucking hate and you want to be separated from.
Yeah.
That don't make no sense.
No. It gives them motive for murder.
I think I remember you telling me about that. I forgot.
Oh, it was fucking that terrified me more than anything I might say on the air that people disagree with and stuff. That right there was the thing that I feared most, was that some fucker is going to think there's a payday in, a family member of hers, anything. There's a number of people that didn't like me, and now it gives them a great motive to fucking off me so she gets fucking rich.
Amazing.
Yeah.
But women want equality.
Yeah, equality.
You can't have it both ways.
Until it goes that way, then. Then they don't want the equality, and then the poor fucking.
I think I think the glass ceiling broads should get together and go, okay, look, this isn't fair.
Yeah.
We want equality, but look,
we
get the better half of any divorce out there.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, we know that.
Fucking bitches.
We all know that. We've done hours on this.
Yeah.
Hours and hours and hours on this fucking shit. Just watch Basketball Wives.
Oh God,
Sam knows. I'm obsessed with the show because they're a bunch of twats, and they're all living in incredible mansions that they had nothing to do with in the end.
Yeah,
I'm all for taking care of somebody after the marriage goes bad, but not to the extent where these women are living in sick palaces, and then you see who they were married to, and you're like, oh, okay, they had nothing to do with the money.
No,
that was coming in.
That's why I'm fucking...
Oh, here we go. Listen to this guy, John in Ohio. What's up, John?
Hey, I got divorced when my daughter was 2 years old, and I had to carry a $3 million life insurance policy until she turned 18.
Oof.
And then after 18, I had to, if she went to college, I still had to carry a policy for when she was in college. But once she was, I'm trying to think of the name.
Well, I
18.
I got to jump in on this one a little bit because now we're talking about a kid, which is half yours, obviously. So it makes it a little, more tricky, I think.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, what Ant's talking about here is, he was married to somebody. They didn't even own a house together. They didn't even own a car, really.
Nothing. I had a leased vehicle.
He had a leased vehicle. He was renting. No kids in sight.
No real assets.
And he had to get this life insurance policy. I almost could see it a little bit if you got kids in the mix. Maybe not to the point of it's $3 million. Holy shit! But
I mean, and try to pay a $3 million policy on a $60,000 a year salary.
Wow.
Alex Trebek couldn't help. Yeah, term life.
$1,100 in or child support.
Oh.
So how'd you live?
With beans and soup.
You did, right?
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, but you do what you got to do. But I mean, like he said, that's all. You got to do all that crap for the woman. And don't get me wrong. It's no big deal. But I mean, back then it was. You had to scrape to do it.
Nothing's sadder than the divorced dad in his apartment.
Right.
As the fucking mother has the house and all the furniture.
I go back to a guy that we worked with at NEW, a sales guy, who was doing very, very well, had a really nice house up there in Westchester somewhere, big, huge spread. Just picture one of those perfect houses with the trees and all that shit, big backyard. And when we knew him, he was in a shitty, tiny little apartment in New York City because he was going through a divorce, and he told us to our face he can't afford to live better than a shitty one-room apartment in New York City. In a shitty neighborhood, too, by the way.
Yeah.
And I was like, you got to be kidding. You're the one going to work every day bringing in a lot of fucking money.
It's just...
how is that fair?
It's so sad.
I don't want the woman to suffer like that either, but it seems like somewhere in between makes a lot more sense.
The tiny little apartment. Fucking... Oh, it's terrible.
Well, here you go. This is your nightmare right here. Eric in Colorado, who I think makes up stuff for the show. Eric, what's up?
Hey, about 20 years ago, a guy I went to high school with, his older brother was murdered 3 years after his divorce was final.
Oh.
He was carrying a life insurance policy. It was only like $500,000. It wasn't, $1 million policy.
500,000 people have killed for a lot less.
That's a lot of money.
Well, yeah, and I remember the investigation. Everybody that was basically either first or second-hand knowledge of this guy was investigated by the cops as to whether or not they were involved, and they watched his ex-wife financially for 10 years afterwards, make sure she didn't suddenly come into money.
Right.
There was so much, she got the money, but they were watching everybody involved to make sure that.
Yeah, see if she was paying anybody or whatever the fuck else was going on.
Right.
It does astound me though, because they literally are putting people's lives in danger with some of these policies. It's the same thing with not issuing restraining orders against some violent guys when they go and they beat the shit out of their wife or kill their estranged wives and things like that. They just make these circumstances, these lawyers, make these circumstances that lead to somebody's death and murder. It's amazing. Fuckwads.
And your ex was going to get money no matter what. So what?
Yeah.
But
exactly.
Why the insurance policy on top of it?
Well, because if I stopped earning because I wasn't around anymore, she would have been out of luck.
Could we get the clip of? I'm not a big fan of O'Donnell on MSNBC, but he basically asked Weiner, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Oh, why? Yeah,
Can we get that clip?
Yeah, that's a
right
good
after
one.
the break.
Even crazier.
Thanks,
even crazier, and this didn't go through. Even the judge didn't go for this one.
Right.
Was the fact that if she had died, I would still have had to pay for 9 years to her estate.
To who?
Exactly. It would have gone to.
She doesn't have it. She didn't have anyone.
Whatever her will would have said.
Her cats?
It would have gone to her mom or her brother or another family member or some fucking dopey boyfriend maybe that she wanted money to go to. I still would have had to pay, but even the judge fucking threw that one out.
He finally said enough, right?
Yeah. Could you imagine if she fucking dies and I'm still paying some dude?
Just say some freeloader.
Yeah. Could you imagine that?
And then some stranger's calling you, "Where's my check?"
Anthony, where's my check?
And this is like fucking 7 years later.
Right.
Anthony, fucking check's late, man. Send that check. Remember, I was the guy that was fucking your wife after you. So I need millions of dollars. So keep sending those checks.
Could you fucking imagine?
Life's just fucked up.
They make you want to fucking kill people.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
This guy went to jail because of his divorce. Phil.
That happens too, yeah.
In Pennsylvania. What's up, Phil?
Bill.
Yeah, I said Phil.
Not Phil. Bill. B-I-L-L.
Oh, Bill. I'm sorry. Bill.
Bill.
Hey, Bill.
Hey, Anthony, I went to jail because I went through that insurance, and she wanted alimony. I even told the judge, I said, "You know what, I'll make off better." I said, "I'm giving her the house already. That's all the fuck she's going to get. I have a trucking company. That's all she's going to get. I had the trucking company before I got married, and all that stuff, and she wanted half of everything. I told her I'd go to jail.
Ah.
I said, okay. So I went to jail for 3 months, came back. He said, you ready to settle now? I said, nope, bring me back. I said, I get 3 meals a day, cable TV, and I'm going to get new clothes when I leave. I'm still way ahead of the game.
And you're not paying her.
I don't pay her a fucking thing.
Wow, look at that.
Are you still in jail?
No, I'm driving truck right now. I'm heading down to Virginia.
Well, but did they finally say, all right, fuck it?
No, she gave in. Her and the lawyer.
Oh, they finally gave in. Good for you.
Yeah, because she's probably still got to pay the lawyers, so she's just like, oh, boy.
Oh, we got a success story here.
I like that.
Now I got the Anthony allergy.
Yeah.
When you go to ask about marriage, I start walking away.
Yeah, there's no way. People know. Thank God I have a radio show because people know not to even fucking mention it to me.
Wow.
I did. I was in there. I met a bunch of new friends. I even gave them a couple of new jobs working in my company.
Well, what a guy.
Well, wasn't Jake LaMotta married a few times?
Oh, God. Yeah.
What do you say, 6 times?
6, was it?
Who's counting?
And then that broad is like pressuring him to get married again so she could have the Jake LaMotta money when he drops.
Alone.
I mean, did anyone else see that? Of course.
My God.
And he's like, I don't have time. Yes, you do, Jake.
Oh.
Jake has all the time in the world because she described his day and it was get up, read the paper, take a nap.
Yeah.
That was it. That was his day. So a guy like that has time to get married. And even at 91, even though he's not completely there, he's there when it comes to, getting married again. You heard him. We don't have time. When we find the time.
Find the time. You're fucking 91 years old.
Right.
You got plenty of time.
He knows, though.
Yeah.
He finally learned his lesson after 5 or 6 of those.
Certainly did.
All right, Bill. Thank you, sir.
All right.
Have a good day, all right?
Amazing.
We got a busy day.
Yeah, we do.
We got CeeLo Green coming in.
CeeLo?
The voice guy, right?
Yeah, and the fuck you guy.
Oh, yeah, the fuck you guy.
Gnarls Barkley.
Gnarls Barkley. I'm Gnarls Barkley.
Is he going to come in here dressed all weird and shit?
Yes.
Hopefully.
Ugh.
Goody Mob.
How about you interview him?
I would love to.
All right.
Oh.
You guys want to take off?
Sub it out.
Yeah.
I'll do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Sub out the interview.
Just tell him we went for coffee or something. We'll come back after it's done. Is he going to be all feathery and shit?
I think so.
I don't know if he'll come in full regalia.
I swear to God, if he comes in looking all weird and shit, I'm going to openly laugh. I'm not today. And I'm not even in a bad mood, but I'm not putting up with it.
That's his gimmick.
Yeah, but
gimmick.
And so my gimmick is I'm going to openly laugh at how ridiculous you look.
Ooh.
Is he talented?
He is very talented.
In what way?
Talented guy.
As a producer?
No,
he's actually a good singer.
And I mean,
yeah, but he only has the "Fuck You" song, right?
He's got a couple singles with Gnarls Barkley that were huge. Crazy. Remember how big that song was?
Yeah, but was he doing the crazy part?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
That one.
All right.
That one he was.
All right, then. That's him.
Yeah.
So that should be his song.
Well, his buddy is.
The guy who sings the hook should get the fucking credit.
It's a band, though.
No, it's not a band. Listen to this fucking voice. This should be by CeeLo.
The music behind it makes
He
it
does
Gnarls
have
Barkley.
a really good voice. He's a good singer.
He's great.
Who's that? Is that CeeLo
That's
still?
CeeLo, yeah.
So
He's
where's
the
Gnarls Barkley's part?
He's in
there is
Gnarls Barkley's
Gnarls
band.
Barkley's the name of the band. It's like Jethro Tull.
Ah, you know what? I swear to you, until this moment, I didn't know that. There's no Gnarls Barkley?
No, it's CeeLo Green and Danger Mouse.
Oh, my God. I feel like a fucking fool.
Yeah.
Put me on the fool list.
All right.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Jethro Tull, Marshall Tucker.
It's a band.
Are you serious?
It's a band.
So this is CeeLo's band?
Yeah. It's a 2-person band.
Holy fuck. I'm heating up.
Really?
Yeah, I had no idea.
I mean,
I thought there was a Gnarls Barkley.
Of course not. No.
I'm an idiot.
Maybe mix it up with DX Bentley.
Right.
This is Gnarls Barkley.
There they are.
With the Danger Mouse dude.
That's Danger. Yeah, and that's CeeLo Green.
He looks like a short Patrice in that picture.
Yeah, he does.
What other songs did he have?
Well, of course, Fuck You.
I love doing our research on the show.
That was a big hit.
The Fuck You song.
Fuck You was a big hit.
Huge.
Right.
Yeah. Is this Forget You or Fuck You, Iraq? There you go. What a huge song this was.
Yeah.
Huge.
So why didn't you put this in the Gnarls Barkley category?
This was his solo release.
Yeah, but the other one's pretty much solo. You got Dead Mouse doing his beat shit.
Yes, it's Danger Mouse. Dead Mouse is somebody else.
Dead Mouse.
Dead Mouse is somebody else.
No, it's not. Same guy. I know.
Sure, it might be.
No.
All right.
There can't be two mouse guys. That's stupid.
Ding, ding.
You want to take one more divorce call?
Sure.
All right,
Good
so CeeLo's
song
coming
for
in
this
today.
divorce thing, too.
Is he fun?
His songs are fun. He's fun on The Voice. He's got a cockatoo on his shoulder half the time.
Is he going to come in with a bird on his shoulder?
I hope so. What will you do?
Like Coco Beware.
That's right.
He looks like Coco Beware.
Beware.
If Coco Beware was a little
what? Hip hop?
A little flashy.
Oh.
Dave, what's going on, buddy?
What's going on, fellas?
Hey, man.
Hey, long story short, I end up getting a divorce.
Can't start with that.
Years of bliss.
You can't start with long story short.
No.
Because that's like after you start telling the story and it starts getting a little long, you go, long story short, this happened.
Right. That's like
you
saying...
start with long story short.
That's like saying I got something funny and then it's never funny.
That's terrible.
Don't set up your shit with I got something funny to say.
What?
Right.
My apologies.
Use long story short right before the end of your story. Okay?
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Right before the punchline.
Right.
All right, so here it is. We're living up in Westchester. We sell our house, make a lot of money on the house, move to Florida, put all the money in on the house, buy a beautiful brand new house down there, and then, long story short, several years later, she ends up meeting somebody at work. They get together.
Oof.
He was cheating on me for a couple of years. We got 2 kids, and at the end, I end up literally signing over the house to her. She gets married last April, and I'm living in a 1-bedroom apartment back in Westchester.
Another divorce success story. Well, at least you're in Westchester.
Back in Westchester, but the kicker is I'm on food stamps to support myself because she gets $1,100.
Bum.
Yep. And I could barely survive on what I make, and I'm a teacher.
Ouch.
Wow.
Yep.
There you go.
Well, that's
two kids.
Another nightmare.
Yeah.
2 kids, and you got to fucking deal with it. Oh, I know too many people that are divorced and have kids, and they still have to deal with their fucking exes. Amazing to me.
I had a landlord in Huntington, and all I wanted to do was just like go home.
Yeah.
And there would be fights on the front lawn because like the one was coming to get the kids. I'm trying to be a little vague because I don't want to give the guy.
Right.
And the cops would be there. They'd be yelling and screaming as I'm just pulling in. I just want to go in my house. And it happened more than once.
Crime scene.
Oh, it's just, and then you see the kids, they're crying in the corner. It's like,
that's great.
You know, they can't even like do it somewhere else so the kids don't hear that their parents hate them.
They're fucking screaming.
Hate each other, I should say. Right.
Like blaming themselves. And, oh, boy.
And I would have to go, am I allowed to, like, go into the driveway? I wouldn't even know.
Jesus.
I would come home sometimes thinking the fucking house was on fire. There was so much shit going on outside.
Equipment. There was equipment in front of the house. There's just something to be said for not ever having to deal with your ex again. Like, once it's over, no kids, no fucking mutual property, or just it's done, and they are gone.
Right.
I got another good story for you.
Oh,
what?
Bet you don't.
My best friend was married to a girl, and she ended up cheating on him and got pregnant. This just happened maybe less than a year ago. She ends up getting pregnant, turns around and asks him for child support and alimony.
Wow.
Yeah, they can do that.
That takes balls, huh?
Yeah.
All right, brother. Thank you.
Have a great day, guys.
Yeah, you too. Wow. There's Dave. We're going to take a break here.